Anger is one of the most, if not the most, misunderstood and misrepresented display of emotions that exist at this moment, in my opinion, right? So I think it is important for us to discuss why it is so misunderstood, and also how can we use it in our benefit and in the benefit of others, right? So we have our own needs met, and so that we do not let that anger seep into violence or something that could have been prevented if we acted on it before it actually escalated. So why do I think it is so misunderstood by majority of people? Mainly because anger that is on display on public, and when you encounter someone angry, many times it can be accompanied by violence or any threat of physical harm. So that is already a extreme form of violence that or extreme form of anger that has not been mitigated and that has not been treated and addressed before. So it came to a point where someone had so many pimped emotions that they just couldn't think straight, because anger is really a low vibrational way to deal with things, and sometimes you just gotta deal with things in a low vibrational way, especially if you are dealing with low vibrational things, low vibrational people. You have to be able to show your discontent, your anger, in a way that will come across to people that do not see anything else but in a low vibrational manner, like to let people that do not know how else to take accountability for their actions, you have to show them with your anger, with your wrath, in a way, right? Because some people just see any other solution as weakness and they will not change and they will not get out of your way. So you have to use anger in your benefit in order to change situations, but also in various situations within yourself for you to change up something. For example, if you have been procrastinating for too long on something, and if you haven't been doing something that you know you should have been doing, anger is a great way for you to get the fuck up your ass and actually do something and do the things that you know you should be doing. So it is important for us to use that anger in a way that does not come to violence only if it's needed, and that is when there is physical threat already with it and present in your environment. That's where, well, you have no choice other than to fight back, right? But we don't want to come to that point. Sorry guys, my cat was acting up, so I had to put it in another room. Okay, so as I was saying, it is important for us to use anger in our advantage to even change our own internal state of being and how we act on things. So mainly anger is a great way to change and shift up things in our life that we are not content with and that we see that it will become a bigger problem if we do not solve it. So mainly anger comes from unmet needs, discontent, disappointment, unfulfilled desires or expectations. Anger comes into play as a result of unfulfilled desires, needs, expectations of ourselves or of others. Again, and why do people see anger as a free pass for someone to be inherently guilty or inherently not right in a situation as soon as they display anger? It happens too often and many times wrongly, because whenever you are displaying anger, there is a real issue at hand. It might seem silly to some people, even to everybody, hell, but for you or for the person that is displaying that anger, it is something that a person is feeling. Again, it might come from unmet needs, unmet expectations, unmet desires. And they might be expressing that anger in order to change and shift up the situation because they have been enduring for too long, right? It might be a few days, it might be years even. They have been enduring something and they've come to a point where no emotion is stronger than the anger within, because the disappointment or the unfulfilled desires are so on the nose that there is nothing else that is more important to show than anger at the moment. Your spirit and your body, your mind are at stake if you do not display that anger and if you do not attempt to change the circumstance or the people around you or make them understand, or at least make yourself heard. We want to mitigate extreme form of anger, which comes sometimes with violence or threats of aggression and harm, and we want to display that anger first within ourselves, right? We want to see first if it's something that it is in our hands. Is it something that I can change? So you put up that fire, because anger is really that fire. You put up that fire up under your ass and you stand up for yourself. First within yourself, you see the steps you can take, you act on it. And that's how you use anger in order to fuel your actions. But if you see that it is not something within your control, meaning if it's not something that you can change within yourself, and it's, for example, your partner, and you see that they are acting very selfishly, you have to show and display that discontent fueled by some form of anger, right? That fire. But you show them and tell them what it is that you are not feeling fulfilled on, and what are the expectations that are being unmet, and what are the things that are making you unfulfilled in that circumstance or relationship. And you make sure to let them know. If they continue acting that way, you show display of anger. And that does not mean shouting or yelling. It does not mean physical violence. Do not apply any physical violence to someone that did not do it to you. You want to be willing to show that passion and that anger, that if you do not change, I told you that I am unfulfilled and you are not reciprocating the same things that I am giving to you. So I'm feeling very angry right now. And I've been feeling very angry. And I want you to change. I want you to do better. Right? You are showing that display of anger, discontent. You are not happy with the situation. And if they do not change, that just means that you are not meant to be together. You are not compatible, because if they really wanted to change, if they really wanted to see you fulfilled, if they wanted to fulfill you, they would. And they would change. They would show how much that impacted them, and they opened their eyes. But if they didn't, it means that they just do not care about your fulfillment. And it's okay. You leave them. You have to break the bonds if they do not respect you after you have showed your discontent, after you showed your anger. And again, no violence. This is not about violence. That's why so many people are afraid of anger, because violence many times is displayed, but that is a whole, this is a pimped up level of anger that has not been displayed in the right way. So people resort to violence, but that is already you not being given in control of your body. So again, use anger in your benefit, show your discontent in order to change the situation within yourself or within the people that you are around, within the environment, whatever, but you have to be willing to take other people's anger as well when they see you angry. And there has to be some form of battle, because anger involves battle. Again, it is a lower vibrational energy and display of emotions, so you have to be willing to go to some form of war, not physically, but just proving or letting people that are directly influencing your life know that whatever they are doing or not doing is negatively influencing your life. And so when you see somebody angry, if you see your partner angry, do not let that go to your heart, but also do not let that slide, because there is a genuine discontent within that person. There is and even for you, if you are feeling anger, do not put it down. You have to admit that there is some form of discontent that you have to understand and understand within yourself, to change it, to see how you can address, so that that anger is no longer present, because anger is really the display of whatever is going behind and whatever is not being fulfilled, what needs are not being met, what expectations are not being met. And anger shows up when it's already enough, right? So do not let that slide from the people around you or your partner. It's important for you to address it if it has something to do with you and your behavior. And so communication, and when communication is already done, there is action, and actions need to be taken, changes need to be made in order to have a more harmonious way to coexist with yourself and with the ones that you love, the ones around you, so that you can evolve and go to the next level without pimped up weird ass emotions. You have changed, you have used your anger in the right way so that you can go to the next level. That is my main point, is that anger is often misunderstood and used as a, oh, see, they are angry, therefore they are wrong. And that is very wrong, because actually, even if you don't understand, if somebody is angry, it is something within them. It might not be real, it might be something that they are misunderstanding, but there needs to be some form of communication if you see that going on with someone that you know, someone that you love, and that you can actually support them in that situation, listen, and actually help them take the right decisions. And if it has to do with you, for you to take the right decisions and choices in order to improve and actually move forward, right? So do not dismiss that anger from yourself or others, and actually look to why it is there. And maybe then you will be able to change your life and the ones that you love around you for the better. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Make sure to check out my LinkTree in the description. I have my IG there if you want to see some art. I have a lot of my art pieces there. Make sure to check it out, and I will see you all very soon. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment if you have something to share from your own mind and your own experiences. I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.